defending champs, the Dream Team, come into an arena. And if they've been on home soil before, which they have year after year, this is going to be the biggest. That trophy looking absolutely stunning. So Xu Yingbin, at 24 years old, came in, got off the bench yesterday, has been a strong player, is the 12th for Team China. Does not take that for granted being here. Wang Yibi, top 5 in the world. Liang Jingquin, currently number 7 in the world, has had some big wins for China over the years. Some tough times at this event. Huai Man, strong even just earlier today, moving up in the world ranked number 4. Lin Shidong was world number 1 for quite some time, as strong as can be on both wings. He's only 20 and he's number 2 in the world. Back to back China National Games champion Wang Manyu. That happens every 4 years that they even come up. Wang CHUQIN, the leader of the team on the men's side, Lionheart, world number 1, and YINGSHA, more than 3 years at world number 1. The team leaders that embody the spirit of Chinese honor are looking to defend the title that they've captured the last 2 years in a row. This is the battle that we've been waiting for. The top 2 seeds meet in the end. The closest match, well, here's what we have to look forward to. SHATOU in the first, Sora and Satsuki against them.
Yeah, they've been tested at times, but when the going gets tough, they get going. And you know, when it comes to the doubles, it feels like they're almost harder to beat, especially in the mix with these two taking to the table. The 3-time world champions and the reigning Olympic champions.
About how she was just not as excited about table tennis. She was spinning the ball a lot, and then she just decided to start hitting as hard as she could, and she started winning a lot, and it revived her thrill for the game. Much like Luka Mladenovic turning to anti-spin, you do what makes you love to play, and Odo's doing it well. So first serve is YINGSHA, first receiver Satsuki Odo. Here is the matchup. Sora Matsushima and his swift stroke on the left-hand side. He's very tough to predict. We got a lefty and a righty, and the lefties are the men and the righties are the women. So as the warm-up comes to an end, by world rankings, it's always fascinating to see where they stack up the mixed doubles world rankings. But 3-time consecutive world champions, the world number 1s in singles, are world number 3 in mixed doubles. Sora, well, he's world number 4 with Miwa Harimoto, but that's not the pair you're looking at, so it's a different dance.
I honestly can't say I've seen these two play together before. They may have played a couple of WTT series events, but this isn't the most tried and tested pair Japan have.
And last time they played, you had a chance to call that match. Do you recall the mixed doubles pair Japan sent out?
The last match in the semi-final was Mime Ito and Hiroto Shinozuka.
But what about when they played China last?
When they played China last, I can't recall now. Can you?
I'll look it up quickly.
Question. My internet's not working.
Okay, I know you called it, so I just figured I'd check, but no problem. So 1 point apiece here after the first 2 points. Remember, this is the final. Up to 5 matches to be played, but to get there would be a real treat for Japan. Still very calm right now, playing a controlled game at what feels like about 75%, 80% here, the Chinese pair.
Feels like power for power. Japan can really fare with the Chinese. So it's going to be those sort of variations that can make the big, big difference.
I think since you say that, it just goes to show you how complicated table tennis is. That power is only one element, and there's so many ways to win a point. But this one, the timing, the positioning, the placement, and of course the other P, the power. Xia there to put it to rest.
And the serve set it up so perfectly that it looked like a fairly floaty serve. CHUQIN taking some spin off. Sora tried to touch with the backhand, but it was tough because it wasn't a short serve, it was a half-long serve. Great start from the world champions here.
Coming into the towel break with a 5-1 lead, sending quite a message. Nice deep serve and a little bit of frustration. Some football there from Sora, although they call it soccer in Japan. Oh, the answer! I thought the shot before that was good enough to finish the point, and it came back, required 2 more. There's one, and Xia with the forehand right back to where it came from. Sora coming out to play, but still, a ball just whizzing back and forth.
1-6.
Sensei Xia having an answer to basically every single formula. It was great watching her sat alongside Marlin, who were giving each other little looks. Yeah. Nice to see.
So 2nd point on the scoreboard for the Japanese pair. Nice awkward push there on the rush in. Not easy to have such control with so much movement behind the body in a moment like that.
Interesting shot selection because it was a long ball. Normally Sora will attack that. That's what the Chinese were probably expecting. But lovely contact, cut underneath it. Good length.
Oh, quick turn down the line. Everything behind this one. Wang CHUQIN really showing his prowess on this.
It's just a heat-seeking missile. Look at it.
1-2-1. That's the record. That's the most spin.
Yeah, we've not seen something more than that, have we?
119 was the previous for the matches I've called. Wang CHUQIN to set a new record here in the final. To my knowledge, 121 revolutions per second. That means every second it's spinning more than 2 full revolutions. I'm not every second. What am I talking about? Forget it. 121 times. I'm like, there's 60 seconds in a second. Okay, second towel break here, and I just remembered who played. It was Shunsuke Togami and Miwa Harimoto. So that was a 3-0 victory for the Chinese pair. This is when you go with something completely different, an element of surprise. 8-5, not bad, but a bagel? Hoping for something more here. Sora's been very effective. Interesting. Something that they couldn't have practiced against or prepared too much for. That said, they're as stable as they come. There's a reason they're world number 3, having not played so much this year, and 3-time world champions for the last 3 world championships over the course of the last 5.5 years.
Beat Tomokazu Harimoto and Hina Hayato in 2 of those 3 finals.
Both of whom are here in the dugout. Interestingly enough, since we talk a lot about the Olympics, this will be an Olympic medal event. We've got 6 game points. I'll tell you more about that, but China was 4-0 in mixed doubles, and at the very first Olympic mixed doubles appearance, it was Team Japan that took the gold medal. Junmi Zutani and Mima Ito, both of whom have been here for much of this event. So 11-4, a dominant start from the defending champs and the world number 1s in singles. SHATOU take the first.
Who will serve? Second game, Odo to serve. Lao.
Players back for game number 2, the opposite order of play this time around. So Fraser, what do you think it's going to take for this new pairing on the Japanese side to really have their best chances?
I think they've got to really look to back up their serves. I think they want to try and get in with the first drive if possible, if they can invite some kind of opening like that. An opening which isn't too powerful, but a ball which tempts Wang CHUQIN and YINGSHA into a flick, and then try and really hit the ball as hard as possible. I think that's the tactic here. At the end of the day, a drive is more powerful than an opening spin, and these players are also good at countering spin.
A deeper serve this time around to shut down a Chiquita. When you think your opponent's coming in to take it from over the table, that long serve can be a bit of a brush back, a bit of a surprise.
Again, it's that service that just catches Sora Matsushima off guard. Let's have a look at this. The pendulum serve, 93 revs per second. A winner there.
1-4.
First point on the scoreboard. Not too dissimilar from the scoreline we saw in game number 1.
Just to add on what I said as well, you've got to try and somehow prevent that Wang CHUQIN forehand counter.
One of the best points we've had yet, but finally a more defensive shot here from SHATOU way behind the table. Right after you talked about the danger, Wang CHUQIN brought it out twice.
Insane rally right there. The best rally of the match so far, I think it's safe to say. Beautiful put away. It could be encouraging for Matsushima and Odo.
Type of point that needs a little bit of breathing after. A lot of running around in that one.
I've liked how the umpires have been a little bit more lenient after points like that at this event.
Yeah, they're humans. Oh, you want to to see it continue. Odo couldn't see the next shot, ducking under the table, pulling a Zhang Ji to get out of the way, caught in the middle.
It's a nice reference there. 2015 world champs, I remember it well. Shima nearly ending up there on the barrier. Masterful control from Wang and Sun, knowing when not to attack, when to use the speed on the ball to their advantage.
Snake! Oh, Wang CHUQIN snaked her from under the table. All the side spin left on this ball. Good feeling in the wraparound after. Truls is at home smiling. Simongo Z. Man, Thiago Apollonia, Anders, a bunch of them out there. I'm happy seeing it.
Sometimes I think Wang CHUQIN's feeling goes under the radar a little bit, but we've seen some around the nets from him, some beautiful hook shots coming under the ball.
I think this is the thing. At this level, the best in the world can do anything. Oh, what? He was walking after hitting this shot. Sora's body language. He's been one of the most rising stars in the game and just mysterious in this. Full stroke, oh, couldn't get out of the way. Wow, that was very unusual. The follow through, the carry.
Yeah.
It just looked like you took a video of a person walking down a Tokyo street and someone playing table tennis at the finals and merged them together in that moment. If you hadn't seen the shot before, you're like, what? Okay, 5 points in front, the Chinese pair.
It's been a bit of a talking point surrounding Sora Matsushima. He's not as agreeable as a lot of his teammates. I wouldn't call him a hothead, but, you know, he's interesting, isn't he? Sometimes he lets it all out. Sometimes he'll carry the frustrations of a previous point into the next point.
Well, we got to remember a lot of things. One, he's young. Two, he's capable of some crazy shots. When he's on, he is on. And when he's off, he's still quite strong.
Yeah.
But right now, it is 7 game and match points for the Chinese pair to take this.
Let's make sure the service is vertical. 3-10.
It's as clear as can be. Roman Klecker, leaving no confusion there.
10-4.
We do have TTR, so I'll be curious to see if it comes out here to play. From Asian players or Asian teams, the culture is generally only to call it if a call has been made, which is a little bit safer. Shasha sends it deep, and a spin from Sora nearly kisses the lights up near the ceiling. But game number 1, 11-4. Also, Shasha's birthday.
Oh, fun fact. Nice.
There you go. 4th of November. So, the 25-year-olds, the world number 1s, move on through with a celebration to take game number 2 at the exact same scoreline. Of course, Sora's a big talking point. Everybody on court right now, from Satsuki, Odo, and Sora, who've had some incredible results this year, and last even for Satsuki, but the two in red right now have been leaders of the world for quite some time, with an appearance from Lin Shadong jumping in there. Decent appearance after a very strong finish to last year. There's been a lot of talk about Team China. The women's side has been as strong as can be despite some trouble in Montpellier. And maybe an event or two before that. But on the men's side, there's some big shoes to fill. Lin Shadong, Wang CHUQIN, and after that, it's interesting. There's, let's say, auditions going on for a stable third.
Chen Yunyu and Wen Weibo.
Wang Yaozheng, Shang Peng.
Exactly.
And Liang Jingquin still in the game, who's been a staple, a strong third. Here in this event, been some questions, some strong opposition, but a fast serve here. Satsuki Odo races that to the baseline.
The kicker serve.
It almost looked like an Asuka Sakai serve, the world's fastest serve. We've seen Anders Lind pull that off.
Yeah, we have. Absolute trickster Anders Lindemann, who has actually beaten Wang CHUQIN before. China smash last year.
He's able to get the best of Lin Shadong not long after on home soil. So as the Japanese coaching staff here up on their feet, it's a good start. A pair that's been beaten 11-4, 2 games in a row, 75% of the way to their top score just yet. A little bit of side spin, and Shasha knows just what to do. Behind the momentum, Odo makes a move to cover the forehand, and it goes the other way.
Yeah, against the momentum, you said it right there. Odo wasn't expecting it right there. Brilliant Backhand from Matsushima, glancing it. SHATOU completely unfazed, dialed in.
A lot of heat right out of the gates, and the answer is there. Quickly prepared with these short strokes, the Chinese pair.
Look how wide SHATOU's base was right there. So stable, so engaged.
Witness the fitness.
Nice.
To win that one. There was some magic in this rally. A shot came just barely over the shoulder of Odo, and SHATOU flying through here, cape in the wind, Super Shaw on the move, and it's a timeout for the Japanese side. You can understand it after a point like this.
A hoorah for SHATOU. Taking the pace off that ball was so clever. Odo tried to take even more pace off it.
Masataka is still playing in the T-League right now. Has been the coach, I'd say assistant coach for the men's team, coach for the young boys as well. As we see the Chinese contingent watching on. Coco back there, personal coach for YINGSHA, along with the rest of the gang. I think even if that point wasn't so epic, it might have sent the Japanese team into a timeout, the pair. They were up 3-1, and it was a third point in a row. Serious shift of momentum for the three-time consecutive world champions in mixed doubles. It's amazing how confidently Sora takes this shot, as close to Satsuki as he is.
I can't say that I've seen an 18-year-old player as powerfully dismissive as Sora Matsushima. There's an all-or-nothing nature to his style. He doesn't seem to fear missing the ball at all, just goes for it, time and time again.
A lot to admire there. If we could only all unlock that. For example, he was almost at a 45-degree angle off his feet for this, just leaning when he swings.
He was the player that managed to get a victory for Japan when they faced China in stage 2, beat Liang Junquan.
And he beat CHUQIN not long ago at the Asian Champs.
Yeah, got his first win over the world number 1. Right there in India.
It's actually Liang Junquan who gave him a lot of motivation there, getting the win, getting the revenge, and then Sora gets his revenge here. So they switch sides of the table in order of play in the third game, as one pair has 5 points.
Catching him in the crossover a couple of times, that was clever placement. One did well to adjust, tried to rebalance himself. That might have just made things a bit tougher for SHATOU, seeing her opponent, or her partner rather, off balance.
6-5.
It is a cause for concern. Anytime you play a shot, you need to know what your partner is up to. And a timeout now on the Chinese side, as Odo and Matsushima lead by 1. A lot to consider in any given moment. That freedom, that fearlessness, combined with the speed of Satsuki, has got them in front. So back from the timeout, mixed doubles, a little bit of a sensitive topic, something that's been handled quite well by Team China. Again, not taking losing to rivals lightly. They come back well prepared. No shortage of work ethic and determination when it comes to table tennis in China. Let alone generally, but this is the national sport, and right out of the timeout, they show what they're capable of.
Again, that Matsushima backhand unleashing. Look at that for a counter. Left Odo scrambling. Not many can.
Deep push, not a lot on it. Taking a chance here.
That was a decent receive from Odo. She did a team-up all-like receive where she put her forefinger higher up on the bat. to try and trap some of the spin.
Nice verbal confirmation there from SHATOU. What a steal inside the baseline. It was almost like his waist was already around the corner when he played that ball. How does he do it? Look at where his body was.
How has he done that there? That was a potentially hand-breaking, back-breaking situation.
Hand, hip, just about everything between the bottom of the shorts and the belly button. And a finisher like this. He gets low on this one since the timeout. 4 straight points. CHUQIN likes it.
It's uncontainable.
So cool, that shot. Hand down the leg sweep.
For so many, that is a once-in-a-season shot. Some once in a lifetime. He's doing it on a match-to-match basis, a game-to-game basis.
Yeah, even more often sometimes, and he's got 4 bagel points with SHATOU. Some smart play here from the two that have just won 5 points in a row out of their timeout. Two times and 3 or 4 points, and that's enough for a bagel. CHUQIN and YINGSHA, unstoppable. Together they take down a new pairing out here of Satsuki Odo and Sora Matsushima. A little twist, comes back up, and 3 on the scoreboard. Being a team leader and a team captain doesn't always mean winning, but they've started off strong here today. Again, it's not about results. It's about the spirit that they bring, the honor to the team, and how they lift everybody up. 4, 4, and 6. That right there was a strong finish.
So China here get off to winning ways.
So Wang Manyu gets to choose sides, and then they check each other's equipment. A look at the two that will battle here. Adam Bobrow alongside Fraser Riley. What are you looking forward to? She's been incredibly strong for years now. She's got 6 game points. In all fairness, if somebody sits at world number 1 for more than 3 years, it's understandable. And of course, with stadiums filled with fans the way they are, I think Wang Manyu in some senses deserves a lot, just a lot of respect. Maybe even a bigger fan club than she already has, which is quite sizable.
Yeah, she's got millions of fans, but I agree with what you're saying now, Adam. There's a humility. She plays with grace. That's what I love most about her.
Yeah, she's a warrior, and she just seems to have no ego at all. She takes this one quite steadily, 11-6, despite a bit of a comeback from Miwa Harimoto. So she cleans the racket, and like a warrior herself, it's all part of the plan, meaning you can't change the past, but she has her patterns, her rituals to make sure she's focused and respectful. I think there's an incredible amount of respect from Miwa. Heavy push. We don't hear Wang Manyu grunt too often, and it still comes back into the net. Tightest game yet.
Something different from Harimoto. Doesn't show what she's going to do, where she's going to go until she really just jabs through there with the push, handcuffing Manyu.
So serves back with the world number 2, Wang Manyu. The down-the-line shot was impressive, but the follow-up to it was even better, and it still didn't finish the rally. There's the shot, and now the spin to the middle. But in position, Wang Manyu has such a threatening presence at the table. 3 game points / match points for Wang Manyu to take this. Continuing China's lead, whereas already 4-0 on the scoreboard. Only the one needed. Short serve to the forehand side, the shovel. And it's going to be a lot of digging on the Japanese side to get out of this deficit, because they are down 0-5. And with the head-to-head between these two, the last 2, Wang Manyu won without dropping a game. Seems likely she'd do the same here today. But Miwa, never giving up. At only 17 years old, she's a quick riser. I talked about her table awareness. But again, the form Wang Manyu is in, who knows where her peak is. The backhand, just to cover that elbow, and then the women's game. Fishing for the briefest of moments, and the eel herself brings it right back. Manyu from a step or 2 behind the table. That shot we don't see too much. And then the wide spread and the quick snap. That is danger. Miwa's in position to win this point, yet Wang Manyu finds a way to extend her lead. get much better than this. You just feel like they're swinging and guessing. This is the way you would animate a film if there was no ball and you wanted to make it look impressive. But this is real-time table tennis between two human beings with only one take to play that point. 5 bagel points for Wang Man-yu to hold the score at 0 for Team Japan.
Great net recovery. Oh, man.
An awkward ball comes back. Ma Lin, very animated, despite being a real human as well. 4 bagel points left for Wang Man-yu. Change of pace, slows it down in the middle of a fast exchange. Wang Liqin and the rest of the gang up on their feet. Man, that is quite a showing here. 6, 7, and 6 with 5, 6, 7 in the house. The CTTA president, Wang Liqin, watching Wang Man-yu deliver. The little hesitation there gave her the chance. She says, you know what? I want clean contact. I don't have to worry about a big swing. All this variation. Wang Man-yu has a long list of options, and she pulled them out here today. Miwa Harimoto 0-8 against the world number 2. Can't say the same against world number 1. So she's looking to add this name to her resume.
Red for China. Red. Receive. You will serve this side.
So here we have it. Lin Shidong and Tomokazu Harimoto in a battle that could be the last. Theme song will be the stands for this one. We haven't heard boos. We've heard ooh. That sounds a whole lot like boo. 4 game points. There it is, rocket backhand, one of the best in the world near the table. Tomo just keeps getting stronger, and while he's had his peaks and his valleys, right now he takes game number 1, cashes in the timeout, and it's going to take twice that from Lin Shidong. And if Tomo takes one more game, not only has he won the match, nice parallel there. In the replay before that, were you watching Roman Klecker looking up at the,
Yeah.
That was such a cool shot.
It was, wasn't it?
Like something out of a Frank Darabont film. And Lin Shidong escapes 11-5. That is a massive hole between them. And guess what? We've got a decider. Looking to break some patterns to world number 2. Tomo, let's see how he can do. So far, it's been a very different crowd experience on table. 3 points in front, 4 points away. What can you do to get through Lin Shidong when he is on? He is unstoppable. The whole delegation here, the squad. What a time. Again, it's not over yet. But wouldn't it be an incredible time to break the curse? To break the handcuffs that Tomo's had on you? Everything in his power, and his power is tough to match. Lin Shidong on the tippy toes leans forward. He was behind the table early, suffocating speed from Tomo from the start. And the change of pace isn't bothering Lin Shidong. A dribbler, a bit of fortune to set up 6 championship points. If that was an IOU cashed in, the timing could not have been much better. He's got the serves to do it, should he need the second one. Ooh, getting low on this one. Tomokazu on the heel of that right foot, leans back, spins it up, and Lin Shidong takes the dangerous approach to go short line. 5 championship points left for Lin Shidong and Team China. Still fighting, pulling himself up. A long road, but a second point saved. Second championship point as Tomo takes a chance stepping in for that receive. Shidong breaks the cuffs with Chun Yi and the rest of the game watching. Team China has retained the title for the third consecutive year. Respect. Lin Shidong rushes over, and that is class in celebration. First thing he does is run over and high-five Tomokazu Harimoto, so smiles all around. Ma Lin and the rest of the game. Lin Shidong, a class act, and man, is he good on the table. Game number one, he was beaten 11-6, and he would turn that around to win 11-5 against a player who has a record of 5-1 against him. Lin Shidong closes the door. The defending champs win 8-1 over their great rivals in the game right now. The strongest team behind Team China is Team Japan. Well, they have a lot to be proud of. That 8-5 loss last time around, the new order of play, it was a new China here today. From stage 2 to stage 3, the door has been closed. Who do I play for? The massive table tennis nation that is Team China. Congratulations. Gong Xi Ni.
先生为获得金牌的运动会颁发吉祥物。有请国际乒联主席、国际奥委会委员魏特拉索林女士，国际乒联第一副主席刘国梁先生为获得金牌的运动会颁发2025年成都国际乒联混合团体世界杯冠军奖杯。请坐，让我们再次祝贺获奖运动员。
Let's invite the presenters to take a group photo with the medalists.
有请颁奖嘉宾与获奖运动会合影。
It's time for the champion team to take a selfie.
现在是冠军队伍自拍时刻。